Welcome back to the Student Futures Co-Creation podcast. Today we're joined by Marnie and Becky from Unitemps. Would you mind telling us a bit about yourselves?
Yeah, so my name is Marnie Blackman-Cook. I'm the branch manager at Unitemps. We started Unitemps in November 2019.
Yes.
Prior to that, I've been in recruitment for about 24 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So I'm Becky, I'm the internal recruitment consultant. I joined Unitemps in March 2022.
Yes.
I help place our students in our jobs on campus and I love my job.
Oh. What kind of, experience or internships are typically available at Liverpool John Moore's to Liverpool John Moore students through Unitemps?
Yeah. It swaps and changes all the time, really, doesn't it? Depending on what departments need and depends on like when the internships are run and stuff, what businesses are looking for and things. So we aim to have like a wealth of opportunities for our students.
Yeah.
It does really swap and change all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah, so we have about 175 roughly a year. Right. And what we try and do is we work really closely with the employer engagement team and we try and get a variety of different type of roles to cover all different courses so that when we first started doing them 2019, a lot of them were around the social media side of things and the internships that were coming across were all very similar. So we were trying to then get students to think outside the box and think about the company and the values the company offer rather than just the name of the job title. So that really helped that. But since then we've really developed and we've grown and we've got them from all different fields now as well. And then obviously we've got different departments that will do like research opportunities and postgrad, and they'll pay for their own internships and that through their own schools and things like that, and they'll invest in their own employability.
So we just had Pooja Sainian actually, who was saying that she's got quite a few researchers through Unitemps as well, actually. And when, obviously, because I know you said you started in 2019 was it 2019?
Yeah,
with
November
Unitemps,
2019,
Was it difficult to try and get that broad range of, opportunities? So that obviously all the different type, like schools in Liverpool John Moores were covered. So the business school, the engineering school, for example.
Yeah, so obviously when we first started, November 19, there was just me and a desk in the corner of Byron Street, hid round the corner. And you couldn't really see us. And obviously we've grown over time. And with that, the Discovery internship in particular has got a name for itself now out on the market in the Liverpool City region. So naturally then businesses started to engage more. So they found their opportunities and they found that the students have got graduate opportunities on the back of it. And they've gone, okay, we want a bit of that. So we found more and more companies looking to invest and then potentially keep them students on as well at the end.
And I think with each new cohort, we get a new variety of jobs coming through, don't we? Like at the minute, we've got some lab technician posts and things like that. And initially, we had no kinds of like those type of jobs on. So it's really nice to see that develop with each new round and students from every school being represented and able to go into those type of roles that they're looking to do.
Do you remember 2 years ago we got the dog detectives?
Yes, I still want to be a doggy detective.
And we got a company come and they wanted a dog detective and they wanted an animal behaviour student to come in and train the pets, and it was called a dog detective role. And it was, we still get roles come in and we go, oh wow, I'd love to do that myself, So we get some really, really exciting jobs in.
I want to be a dog detective.
I still want to be a dog detective. When it came in and I was writing the advert, I was like, I want to do this.
So we get some really exciting jobs coming in, definitely.
That is so cool. I really want to be a doggy detective.
And even from our perspective, you see some jobs and you're like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, so being able to provide those opportunities for our students really is amazing.
And it gets our students to think outside the box. So, they may come to university to study what they want to study and they have a mindset of what they want to go into. And doing the internships and seeing it from a different angle, although it's the same field, might sort of sway them towards their long-term career goals and what they want to go down. And they go, oh, I never really thought of that at the beginning. And a perfect example, we had a law student, not last year, the year before. She was working she applied for a job as an internship for a HR intern, even though she was in the legal. She had applied for the HR intern just because she wanted to, it was extracurricular, so she wanted to just get a bit of experience. She was successful in the internship And she actually contacted the law school and went, I'm not going to come back in September and do my LLB.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a year out and I've got a job at Manchester Airport in HR.
Oh, wow.
She's now stayed in that field, and she's now like a senior HR analysis intern, like in Manchester Airport.
Yeah.
She stayed in that field and she's never come back and done law, which is not
amazing.
a great example on the course, but it shows how an internship can change your mind.
Yeah, it can open
you
new door.
use your experience and your skills, and it's not just one track.
Yeah.
You've got so many skills that you get through university, and the part-time opportunities throughout, enhance that as well.
Yeah.
I think obviously a lot of students feel anxious kind of in the approach to graduation. How do you think these internship opportunities can really help boost confidence and work experience and so on?
I think just going into like that real world situation firstly gives you like such a boost to think, oh no, actually I can do this and I'm okay, and I'm there and I'm doing it, and look what I'm achieving. But even just like the connections you can make and things within that internship, and might mould your decision of where you're going next, or make you rethink, well actually. And I think just knowing that Unitemps can support you with jobs for 2 years after you graduate, I think it's important to know that as well. We don't say, oh, July, now you've graduated, goodbye. As with the Student Futures team, they always are there lifelong to help support you. So it's just, I think it's good to know that there is still support there for you. It's not right, it's July, ta-ra. Type of thing.
And also as well, the internships that we provide, a lot of them are in SMEs.
Yeah.
So they're in businesses that maybe have started up on their own, or of a small capacity, maybe 3-4 members of staff, and they've got to work hard to get where they are. So they've got networks to get them to where they are. So when they're doing their internship, that's going to open loads of doors and loads of avenues and loads of network contacts. So hopefully as the student approaches graduation, they're going to already have contacts in that region. They're going to have contacts in the real world that they can sort of lean upon and go, oh, I'm looking to do this. Can you give me any advice? Can you help me? And if we can grab them in, we always say, if we can grab the students in level 4, develop them in the first year, they go on and then start doing internships that are relatable to their studies in 5 and 6. By the time they left, they're going to have so many skills.
Experience.
And I think as well, it's getting them to understand what their skills are. Not to just think, oh, work in Tesco's. Okay, you work in Tesco's, so you've got customer service, you've got cash handling, you've got stock management, you've got rotation, and they go, oh no, it's just my part-time job. No, it's not. It's a bigger field than that, and it's about getting them to understand how much more they do than it's just a bit of pocket money for them.
And how to apply those skills into another job.
Like we were interviewing once, weren't we, and one of the candidates kept saying, just in my part-time job in Tesco, and I kept saying, stop downgrading your own experience. It's not about it just being in Tesco, it's about the skill set that you've learned from that, and how that is a cross-transferable skill.
Definitely. What are some common barriers do you think students face when they're looking for work experience, and how do you think Unitemps can help them overcome that?
I think people don't apply because they go, I can't do it. I think that's the biggest barrier. It's like, oh, well, there's no point me applying for that because I can't meet the skills that they're looking for, or they read the job description and go, well, that's not for me. What harm is it to apply? If it's a no, you're going to get feedback on your no, and then you make it better next time. So I think it's, don't put the hurdle in, don't put the wall up, try it, because if nothing else, you're going to get positive feedback, and it's going to help you for the next time. So even if it is a no this time, and it is the rejection that you thought you were going to get, use it to your advantage and use it as a positive. So I think that's probably the biggest hurdle that people put in the way, is thinking, I can't. Why can't you? And I always say to my kids, there's no such word as can't. You can. You've just got to try.
So one of the things that we spoke about with Strawberry Fields earlier was obviously, and you've just touched on it now actually, rejection from job applications. What advice would you give to a student that has had quite a few job application rejections and they're starting to feel a bit low about, and they're starting to lose that motivation that they once had for applying for new jobs?
I think firstly it's always just double checking they are using the Student Futures team, the careers service, getting the help they might need with their CV and things, rather than, you know, thinking, what is it? Yeah. Or of course, you know, ask for more feedback. So sometimes it may just be a case of you've not been given the feedback, so you don't know what to improve on. So ask for it. You're allowed to do that. It's not a problem at all.
Yeah. I think as well, not seeing it as a rejection. I think that's the biggest thing, is not seeing it as a failure, seeing it as a next step and a positive way of looking at it. Okay, I didn't get through this time. Okay, I'll ask for feedback why. I'll go to the careers team, I'll go to the employability advisors and go, right, can we do a mock interview based on this? Or can we readapt a covering letter? You know, why is it I'm always getting the same? Is it the same things that I'm doing wrong? Is it a variety of different things? Is it, what am I coming up against? Am I not selling myself and my skills that I've actually gained across well enough? We always say to people, you know, you've got to look at the values of the company. Use the values of the company in the cover letter, because then that shows that you're actually interested in the company and not just the job.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you say that there are any tools or services that at Liverpool John Moores that students can combine with Unitemps to boost their career journey? I know obviously you've just mentioned the career zone desk in the Student Life building. Would you say there's any others? I
think there's loads on like Canvas and there's loads of material that they can get, and obviously within their courses some of them do like employability modules. I know obviously they've got like the future focus, so there's lots of avenues, but they've got to be proactive. They've got to be able to want to enhance themselves, because they're not, if you don't do anything to increase your own employability, you're going to hit the end of it and you're going to have your degree, which is fantastic, but then you're against another 40 people that may have had
the same degree,
with the employability skills along the way that they can sort of sell alongside it. So you've just got to make yourself employable by picking up and volunteering and getting them skill sets. And even the courses that you can do, they're all relatable, that you can go on your CV, you know, you've completed them, so they can go on.
Yeah. What's one thing you wish that students knew more about how work experience is not only beneficial to like your CV and employability, but to mental health and well-being?
So for Unitemps, I think the biggest thing around that is the community. Yeah. So I think it takes away a lot of loneliness. And I always use an example of a student that arrived with us in their second year. He was working for, like a grad fair, like one of our days where we've got student ambassadors working. And he was sitting on his own underneath the stairs in the Student Life building. And I said, come and sit over with the other ambassadors. He was like, I don't know anyone. I haven't made any friends in my first year at university. We just sat and said, I was like, come along. So and just introduced him. By the end of it, he came over and he was like, oh my goodness, I've got so many new friends. And he's gone on to do really well in his career. Yeah. He's gone on and got quite a senior role within in part of the university. And he never would have sort of done that if it hadn't been for Unitemps and that community build. So other than if you're not in a society or you're not in a sporting society or something like that, it can be very lonely and you don't make groups of friends. Whereas obviously you might be working alongside somebody from the Faculty of Engineering against somebody from the law school who never would have communicated, but actually you've got a lot in common. And you've got a new friendship group and you've got paid to do it. Exactly. So I think that's the biggest, I would say, around mental health is building those, not necessarily just work and obviously financial support and taking a bit of the pressure off. It's actually that friendship group in the community you can make.
And we get that feedback so much from our students.
Yeah, I've made a lot of good friends through Unitemps,
And like people that you may never have met. Me too. But people that you may never have met, and just having the confidence and getting confidence from working and things and meeting new people.
Yeah, and I think it's nice that kind of everyone's around the same age group, because sometimes in like part-time jobs you're with like Gary who's 50 and then
of course,
and there's like but a Unitemps is so,
and you're all living like a shared experience at university, and the stresses and the worries that come with that, so you've got so much common ground already that it's just nice that while you're being able to earn some extra cash and build your skill set and everything, you're looking after your well-being and you're making new friends and meeting people and Well,
thank you so much for obviously taking the time out of your day to speak with us today. I've just got one final question. What is the most interesting, other than the doggy detective, obviously, the most interesting internship that has come across your screens?
Oh, that's a hard question because we have loads.
I always see some crazy ones on there, like cheerleader.
Really?
Yeah, that's we've got.
Oh, wow.
We actually got no applications.
No.
The cheerleader and dance activator got no
No.
applications. We had to put that one back up to
At one point, I
advert.
was like, this would be so fun. I might just apply on a whim.
Well,
Yeah.
it's still back open
Yeah.
until the 27th. You know?
Catch me on
We
the
have
27th.
got those very
being a
interesting
cheerleader.
tech ones on at the moment.
Yeah, so we've got.
They are very different, and
they
that's
are.
something we'd normally have.
They are. They're not an internship.
Yeah.
They're a summer project.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got a company that's based over the water.
Yeah.
They have been selling elite athlete sport and equipment, so things like chiro machines, fitness wellness, all that type of thing.
Yeah.
And they sell the licenses into either big gyms or expensive
yeah.
gyms or footballers that can afford to have
Yeah.
those type of things in their houses. But they've decided to develop their own patent for it, and they're looking for 3 students across the different pathways. So one to design the actual chamber,
Yeah.
one to design the software around it, and then another one. And they've got 3 opportunities on at the moment for students within that field.
That sounds
And they are very different to anything
Very
we've really
different,
had in the past.
really interesting. It's all about wellness, and he works.
Yeah.
The company worked really, really closely with we have obviously elite athletes that come to John Moores through sponsorship, through their sporting Olympic career or things like that, and he works really closely with them to develop what they need in regards to rehabilitation and recovery and wellness within a sort of elite sport.
Yeah.
As well. They're really interesting. They're on till the end of August, and I think, to be fair with you, if it all goes to plan, there's possibly graduate opportunities there for them as well as they grow
really
and
good,
develop.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a different one
That
at the
is
moment,
different,
isn't
yeah,
it?
interesting, yeah. But I'll still always want to be a doggy detective.
Yeah, I think that has got to be one that really
It's always
stand
stuck
out.
with me, to be
It's
fair.
so different.
Yeah.
Just anything
Were
with
they just looking for the
animals.
one doggy detective?
Yeah.
Just one, I'm afraid.
And it was probably
yeah.
one of our first that was starting to be different from all the social media
Yeah.
stuff. And I remember being in one of our like big team meetings and being asked, "Oh, what's been the most interesting internship you've got this time?" I was like, "I want to be a doggy detective." And everyone's looking at me like, "What?"
You know, there was one when you were off on maternity leave.
Oh yeah.
And it was working with I can't remember the company's name. How shocking was that? And I remember thinking, oh my goodness, that's absolutely fine. It was with Red Run when they opened the Liverpool One store.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a social media role for the opening.
Oh,
So it
wow.
was 12 weeks about developing the opening,
wow.
launch the shop in the thing. And I thought, how exciting.
Yeah, that
because
is
it's
so
That sounds
exciting.
so cool.
it's such a well-known brand
Yeah.
to be involved in the opening of their
Yeah.
flagship store.
Yeah.
It's
At such a
effectively-
young age
Yeah.
as well.
It's such a massive thing to go on the
Yeah.
CV. And
Yeah.
age range that sort of
Yeah.
sportswear is sort of aimed at
Yeah.
as well. Is for somebody to be able to have that opportunity on the CV as well was fantastic. But we get some really good ones,
We
don't we?
do, yeah. I mean, even the lab tech stuff and that we've got interns doing at the minute, they all sound really interesting, way above my brain capability. But they sound so interesting, and like you're like, oh wow. So it is nice to see all those different opportunities and where they lead for our students, really.
Yeah, it's great. Whenever I speak to people who don't have Unitemps at their uni, they're like, I'm so jealous.
You're like,
Yeah.
look
I'm
what
like,
I've
yeah.
got.
Yeah.
So the Unitemps are in 20 universities now.
Mm-hmm.
And they are growing all the time.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
signed their 20th this summer. And possibly
But it's
a 21st that I know about,
Yeah.
possibly on the horizon before
Ooh.
Christmas.
But
Fingers
it's
crossed.
such a fantastic concept. Like the whole idea of Unitemps is amazing.
Yeah.
The amount of opportunities it's given
Yeah.
students that normally wouldn't, even know where to find.
Because normally, like,
internships
part-time
this.
works for students is like pub job
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like a cafe. And although like those are great, like, when you graduate, there's so much pressure on graduates to have like really relevant work experience, and most of the time they don't want the degree, they want work experience.
Exactly.
So the opportunity to show a portfolio of multiple internships is just so great.
Yeah. Like
And I think obviously with work in general, it goes through very much like a 5-year trajectory, very similar to like everything to do with like school and education, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, you'll go into the real world of work and you know, a degree is everything. And then a couple of years down the line, a degree is nothing without employability.
Yeah.
And then it'll come back to being degrees everything. And so you need to keep yourself so up to date with everything because you never know where the market's going to sit in regards to what the employers are looking for at that time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, well, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thanks
for having us
lovely
on
chat.
today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.